local hope dealer.
Inspiration and dedication. I came a long way from sleeping in them pages. I got my life back, I feel amazing. Life's a book, don't get stuck on sad pages. Rainy days with no money, hard work lead to days that are sunny. Looking back, it was all needed. The problems, the pain, the trauma, the grieving. You are now tuned into the prisoner to painter. Prisoner to painter. Hard work, dedication. Rainy days, inspiration. Prisoner to painter.
And now, a word from your local hope dealer.
Welcome to the Prisoner to Painter podcast. I'm Nathan McDermott, and today joining us is Jordan Scott.
What's up, guys?
Man, thank you for coming on. Dude, I'm going to figure out how to line this up to where it sounds better, but a quick word from our sponsors, I guess, is the best way to say that.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Derek Walker, the owner of Chemical and Treatment Services. We offer services for residential, commercial, pretty much specializes in soft washing, with the car washing, and water edging, and other detail work that our customers will inquire needs. We also offer a membership program. We do on-site detailing, something that we do like the person is like in a bind where they want to pull out their RV or trailer or food trucks. Certain things that we can do on site if you don't want to bring it out, we offer that, but we will come to your house and clean it there.
Beautiful, dude. Okay, I got that worked out, man. All right, Jordan, thank you for coming on, dude.
Thanks for having me on.
Of course, bro. Man, so I know you get the stick from childhood to where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you know, you can find success in a lot of ways. I believe just getting sober is a success. So
I hate to say it, but you're right.
yeah, dude.
For sure. Things get a lot better when you're clean, dude.
Yep. Yeah.
When I was using, for sure, life was more than difficult.
Yeah.
So.
Well, dude, and I know you've done a lot of different things. Oh, the stream was ended or deleted. This can occur. Yeah, that doesn't matter. We're still on Facebook, and okay, I'm just not on one. I don't care about that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, dude, so you know, we start from childhood because I really believe that it shows where you're going. Like it kind of shows the formative years.
Yeah.
It don't always connect though, because like I was raised great and I still ended up a shithead.
Yeah.
You know, so but in childhood, where were you born and raised, man?
Sadly, Jackson.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, people love it here. They love it here. I grew up here, spent most of my life here. I absolutely have a good reason to hate it, you know, but I feel like it's a lot of it's self-inflicted. But at the same time, I moved to Kentucky for a little while, and then I moved back up here and been up here since, and lived in 3 years for a little bit, a couple of years, and then now I'm up in Lansing at a sober living house called Pinnacle. So, you know, I'm just grateful to be out of Jackson. And I mean, I'm down here today, obviously.
Yeah.
Caught me at a good time. I just came down to say hello to some family and some people over home vision.
Yeah.
And get some stuff lined out more or less. But yeah, dude, spent most of my life here. So yeah, I guess I don't know where you want to start. Childhood.
Yeah, dude. no, that's dude. It's your story, your episode. Like really, like I will ask my set of questions or whatever and go in line. But if something jumps out to you that you want to talk about, dude, it's you. Like it's your story. But okay, so growing up here in Jackson, dude, what school did you go to?
I think I went to Northwest when I was just legit.
Oh wow.
And then I moved to Kentucky, went to, I forgot what it was called. But when I came back up here, I started out at Parma in 5th grade. And then went to Western, and then got kicked out for being, you know, not what I was supposed to be doing in school, more or less. Fucking off and whatnot. Pretty good at that. Yeah. Then I went to Western Options, and then at 17, I got caught with a meth lab and some assaults police officers at RNO. So I went from Options, and they kicked me out to some online schooling. And then I was let back in. I came to school drunk, slapped a kid, and then got sent to boot camp, bro. All while I was on height of probation.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. And then, but before that, we'll rewind the tape. So, time in like middle school, like 7th grade, I want to say, dude. Went to a few psych wards and whatnot. And then I got prescribed some Vyvanse, so I didn't really know what I was getting then. Yep. These are fucking cool, you know? So I thought, and then, so I started popping pills in like 7th grade, smoking weed and shit. And then I remember smoking salvia out in the soccer fields.
Oh,
a couple of
God, dude, K2 days old.
Yeah, dude.
Shit, bro.
And then, so from there, dude, just progressed and got worse. So by 9th grade, I was doing about 8 ball coke every day, mixing like 3-4 lines of a 30 milligram Addy each before school. railing and then going in, having nosebleeds in front of the class. Like, they knew I looked like shit, dude. Like, I was withered away, you know.
Yeah.
Blacked out eyes, having nosebleeds, just look malnourished and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then from there, just got worse, dude. Then I got a probation for some juvenile stuff, maxed out 3 times there. And then during those times, I couldn't smoke weed because drug testing, you know?
Yep.
Started smoking K2, bro.
Yep.
So I went from like...
That was a wild time.
Yeah.
That was a wild fucking time.
So for those people who remember, there's like her OG K2, then they had Demon, and then there was Sin.
Yep.
Sin was top of the line, balls to the wall, dude.
Fucking a monster.
Yeah. So I was smoking, and you had like the 7-gram bags, and the 10s were more potent. And dude, if I wasn't smoking a blunt, like a gram to the face before school, I was getting like dope signals from the shit.
Yeah.
And I think the first time I actually ever OD'd was on that stuff. I had like a seizure and stuff.
Yep.
And I remember I went to school the next day, dude, and I just couldn't think. I couldn't read. I was almost like fucking dyslexic. And I was like, I'm forever is going to be like this.
Yeah.
And then thank God it came back. So from there, after a while, dude, I started fucking off, caught that meth lab charge.
Yeah.
And then just this, not going to get it too deep, but this addiction's crazy to the manipulativeness, you know?
Yeah.
So I was going to IOP when I was downtown still.
Yep.
At the Washington Square, I think it was called. Yeah. And man, bless Susan's heart, she's known me since I was like 13 on juvie court and stuff. She was always my counselor. I knew I could manipulate her. I used to smoke meth in the bathrooms, dude, and go into my one-on-ones and more or less interview her, like psychoanalyze her.
Yeah.
So I was reading DSMs at an early age out in the lobby, figuring out psychology and shit, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why not be smarter? But I didn't know I was getting, I guess they call it dark psychology.
Yeah.
So more or less, I was going to do my drug test through there because I didn't have money to pay for my drops. I was supposed to be going for court.
Gotcha.
So I talked my PO into let me drop through them so insurance could pay. And then I was going there high, you know, like I said. And I'd go to my drops after that and I'd have like either fake piss or a little bit of bleach, something to throw off the test.
Yep.
And so one day it came back positive because whatever I put in there had made me pop for opiates. And meanwhile, I'm like, I'm just smoking meth, yo. I'm not doing opiates. So what the fuck? And then I feel bad for this, but I talked her into uploading it on PDF and real on the computer and changing the negative to a positive.
Okay.
And I hope God doesn't get her in trouble, but this is years ago. But yeah, dude. So just starting there was just the manipulative mindset of addiction I'm talking, this is age 16, 15, 16.
Okay.
So that's when, after that, I got called by meth lab and they just cut me from juvie court. I went upstairs to McBain. And he was not fucking around, dude. I got only so lucky because the person's ID and wallet and social security card was in the meth lab backpack back in bottle shaking days, you know?
Yep, back in the shaking days. Yeah.
So, yeah, and they were like, clearly this is not so-and-so and so-and-so, and Mr. Scott here is not wearing extra large. He clearly really fits medium, sir.
Yep.
And I think Jared Hopkins, man, dude, shout out to him. He got
that
me
was
my
lawyer,
right
too.
there.
That was my lawyer, too. Yep.
So then after that, man, I just kept fucking up, relapsing. And I'm going to rewind a minute. So when I was 3 or 4, my dad died.
Okay, yeah.
And then this is where like the opiates come into play because like before he left the house that day, my grandma's giving me a hug and telling me, you can't come to work with me, Bob. I love you. We'll go out to get some pizza or whatever after I get out of work. And then not even an hour later, dude, he died out and on the hills on the highway out in Albion. And I remember my grandma just losing her mind, and I'm so young, I didn't have a fucking clue. And then not too long after, man, I just kept hearing words, and then where's my dad type shit, you know? But like that feeling you get from opiates, that warm blanket, that warm rush, dude, it's like that same hug I get from him.
Yep.
So when I got into opiates, that was the hardest part. So while I'm on height of probation, dude, I'm like finding ways to get through that. I'm flushing. I've got a sweatsuit. I'm chopping trees, slamming water, dude, doing everything I can, you know?
Yep.
And then one day I'm like, the wisdom teeth coming in. Fucking bingo, score, get them pulled, get some bikes. Well, this is the addict-like mindset, but I was ignorant to the fact that there's more than an 8-panel drug test. So I got prescribed Norcos. And of course, I got home, ate them all, and puked, and I ripped out my stitches, got a dry sock because I was smoking cigarettes at the time, too.
Oh, fuck.
So I was like, fuck it, dude. I'm going to go out and get some lean, get some oxy, get some heroin. I'm going to pop 30 for opiates anyway. I got a script.
Yeah.
Brought it in there, confident. I'm like, I got this shit, you know, walking there, all head held high, like, you know, whatever. And they're like, your script, you popped for oxys. And I was like, no, I didn't. I got a script. They're like, that's for Narcos. And I didn't know they could have an extra panel for oxys. I knew opiates, but I didn't know opioids.
They would test for both separate when you had a script. Yep.
Yeah, they got my ass together.
Yep.
So I think that was like, I forgot what number violation I was on, but more or less when my dad passed, my grandma set up a trust. Okay. So when I was 18, I got a trust of almost $1 million.
God damn.
Yeah.
I think I heard some of this part of your story that you blew through a little
Dude,
bit.
I got wild, but more or less, I bought a lot of cars and a lot of houses. I had my own real estate business at one point. All of this is going on. So I was juggling a lot while I was trying to get through this as a young man.
Mhm.
And I think I'm only like maybe 20 at the time. No, I was 18, 19 at the time. But yeah, dude, so I'm violating left and right. And an old using friend of mine told me about this lawyer he hired that pretty much whatever you want to get done, X amount of dollars will more or less make some things happen.
Yep.
And so I went to his office, dude, and dropped $10,000. And then after that, I was paying $2K every time I violate. But I would violate and go get a weekend, or they would up my drops, here's some fines, go do, hit some more meetings and shit.
Yep.
So I thought I was, skating by, and it came to the point where I just couldn't stop relapsing.
Gotcha.
And then I said, fuck it, revoke my probation. He's like, you're going to lose your height, it's going to be on your record. And at that point, dude, I didn't really put two and two together. I'm just like, fuck it.
This came before recovery. This came before recovery.
This is my first felony. I got 10 total.
God dang.
So Haida's on there. I got drug court in 7411. And then I got a deal with another one to get me off my things. So shout out to Eric White and Alex Perlos. Rest his soul, Alex Perlos. But Eric White, good lawyer. So after that, dude.
Alex Perlos was a lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he get in trouble for, wasn't that the one who got in trouble for slinging dope?
Back in the day?
Back in the day. Okay.
I want to say maybe, but I don't know.
Okay.
But more or less, whatever Eric couldn't give me, Alex could. And his brother runs real estate, and his dad used to be Chief Judge Jackson. So Eric White at the time was kind of struggling for them to convince Wilson to trade me over to Judge Beebe at the time before she came to Judge Jordan.
Yep.
And I called Alex Perlos, the next best in town. I'm like, what's it gonna take? He's like, bring me $7,000 cash. I never once paid a cashier's check or a check or whatever. It's always cash.
Yep.
He said, come down to my office in the next 30 minutes. I'm like, okay, I gotta stop the bank. I'll be there. I gave it to him. He's like, don't even worry about coming to court. Get a call from him on my court date. Like, yo, you switched over. I got you in. And the inner politics of attorneys is kind of funny because Eric was mad that I could, and then Alex was just like, whatever about it, more or less.
Who cares? Just real quick, Jay Vaughn says, glad to see you're doing well.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. But yeah, dude. So when I hired Alex for the drug court case. So after I got off that meth lab case in January, I want to say, I was 18. So from January to April, I got caught at Walmart, dude, all fucked up.
Okay.
And I had a softball bag size of pills on me. I had some Oxys, Norcos, Xans, and some Lortabs. If you guys remember them, Lortabs used to be a thing.
Yep.
Darvocets too.
Yep. It's not just a song for the younger kids. Like, those shits are real.
Dude. But more or less, I went to jail. Blackman Township got my ass. But they thought I was trying to steal out of Walmart because I was just buying houseware shit, dude. Squeaker shopping, more or less, just fucked up, buying whatever. I'm sure some people have been there, they're watching.
Yep.
No reason to be in the store at all spending money, but I was there.
Yep.
And I was putting stuff in laundry baskets or whatever. And then I went to go pay, and I pulled out what I thought was my wad of cash from my trust. And out comes this fat ass bag of pills. And the girl looked at the ground, looked at me, and I was like, oh, my bad. Thinking it's Jackson, dude. That's kind of quite the norm here.
She's gonna let it go, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that did not happen. So I'm going to leave.
Wait, she called the police?
Yeah,
no kidding.
I went to go leave, and then I'm with my mom and somebody else, dude, and I get shoved in the room. I'm sure some people have been there. That little fucker off the right by the subway side.
Yep. And
I'm in there, and they're like, "Give your pockets." I'm like, "Fuck you guys! I didn't steal shit." 'Cause they tried to get me up on a retail fraud.
Okay.
And attempted, but it came down to, but really that wasn't the case. They dropped that because everything they said I stole was on my receipt. So really, they knew I had the pills and got in possession.
Yep.
Which is crazy because the guy who used to run community corrections knew me from my other case, on my meth lab case.
Okay.
He knew I was fucking up, and then we know he's got dope on him, more or less, and pills, whatever. So we shoved me in the room. Cops come in, see my big bag of pills. I go to jail, and post bond. I don't know how many times I've been down to the fucking drunk tank and don't remember.
Yep.
Like I would just wake up in the tank like, fuck, here we go.
Dude, one time I was all Xanaxed out, dude. I woke up in Tanner Road. like I know I went through the drunk tank. I know I made it to court because I woke up in Tanner and I was like, what the fuck did I do, bro?
Yeah.
Like I know I'm missing 2 days. I'm missing 2 days.
Teleporting and shit.
Yeah, straight up. Yep.
But so I posted bond on that and I called Eric White immediately again. He said, I'm down in the office, and then really good attorney's office, by the way. He's prosecuting attorney now. But anyways, I go down there and he's like, so what happened? And I'm like, I think you already pulled my file. So he's like, well, what do you want to happen? I was like, I'm not trying to go to prison. I don't want to go to jail. How much for probation? Said X amount of money. Meet me at the courthouse this day. And I was like, I want off my record too. He's like, you already had HIDA. I don't think you swing 7411.
Yeah.
Well, paid a couple more thousand and got it 7411.
Okay.
So I'm on bond for that case.
And this is still before recovery court.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just making sure. All right.
So in the in-between being on bond for that, I get pulled over speeding. Got some shrooms and some weed and some Xanax on me out in Parma.
You're fucking killing me, Jordan.
Get out, post bond on that. And they're like, they weren't even trying to give me bond. I'm like, whatever it's going to cost, let's go. Because like I said, I had, I think, $873,000.
Because you still got that fucking trust. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
So,
okay.
I mean, like, if I could go and take my dad over them, like, I would for sure.
Well, no shit. I mean, I get it.
But yeah, and it was a bad idea to get somebody who's 18.
That much money?
Yeah, and it was over on 420 West Brown, right there by Walmart.
Okay.
And stuff. Wealth management. I forgot what they're called exactly, but
I know what you're talking about.
it's a castle almost. But anyways, dude, I post bond on that, and then I'm fucking just kind of minding my business. I'm kind of actually getting myself together, being clean.
Good.
You know, I'm not going to meetings and shit 'cause I didn't really know about it at that time, and it was the whole like shit you see on TV or movies about meetings, and I'm like, I'm not that bad. Meanwhile, I got all these fucking cases for all these pills. And,
but I'm not that bad. But
I'm strung out pretty much since the age of 13 and shit, bro. I'm like, I'm not that bad. I don't need that shit. I got this. I was doing pretty good for a minute, and then one night I got hair in my ass. Okay. After taking care of this, when I was running that real estate business, I mowed the lawn out there, took care of the house. We put up a garage, had a slide to the driveway. I come home, do the lawn there, take care of all my chores. I'm just kind of like, fuck it, dude. Let's go to the casino. So we shoot to Mount Pleasant. And at the time, I had a 2008 Audi A, dude, murdered out, blacked out windows on some fucking 4Gs. Dude, it was sweet. I'm in the parking lot rolling up a backwood with the girls at the time. And my good friend, Brandon Cullen, rest his soul, dude, he's dead now. Security guys by. And, like, I'm not knowing the casinos that, like, Ocean's 12 type shit where there's cameras everywhere.
Did you say Brendan Cole?
No, Brandon Culver.
Oh, Culver. Okay, gotcha. Yep.
But so when you get to Mount Pleasant, dude, they got cameras on the like streetlights and shit, record a mile or something. So like if they're thinking some bullshit passing through, they're gonna be on your head. Anyways, I'm rolling up in the car. And there's some stinky ass weed, bro. And like dispensaries first came around. Hydro rope was like the only thing we had, you know?
Yeah.
And some Danny Trevino from that fucking place, dude.
Oh
and that
my
was like
God.
the shit. And I had what I like. So the security people go by, and then I'm like, yo, it's funny ass feeling. You know the feeling, the gut feeling.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck it, let's go to pull out. Dude, I was probably 10 yards from the public road in their parking lot. I got flipped. So in that parking lot, since it's a tribal casino, I got flipped by tribal police.
Okay.
So if some people think like the sheriffs are bad in town, the cities are pretty cool, black men's like the worst you can deal with.
Yep.
State can be kind of lenient. Feds are a different thing. But when you fuck with tribal police, bro, they shit on all of those. They got their own rules, own jurisdictions, whatever.
Yep.
So I get pulled out. And dude, I try to ditch the fucking blunt and like this can of tea that I had.
Oh god,
fat ass, what I'm stuffing.
Yeah, try to get in there, motherfucker. Yep.
And then they see it I'm on bond for all these drug charges. And I got from that first meth lab, I got these police officers. I got 3 counts of that, I think. So I got no more than a 4 deep minimum when cops pull me over, red flag, and pull up the car, get searched immediately.
Yep.
And so everybody in the car gets pulled out and searched as well.
Yep.
So the girls at the time, she was. My ex-fiance, I'm not gonna shout out names, but she took the rap for most of the weed. Just like he's already enough trouble and shit. And then I got hit with the joint at the time. They gave me a felony for that. And then in my wallet they're going through, I forgot I had a half a gram of heroin.
Oh fuck.
So yeah, dude. So I go to Isabella County Jail. I'm in there, and they're like, "You're already on bond for 2 other charges, this, that, and the other." And then this happened at like 1, 2 in the morning. So they emailed Eric White when I was in the jail. Okay. So and then I had court. And I'm like, "Yo, not a flight risk." They're like, "Well, you are. You're out of county and you've already delayed charges." I was like, "Well, what's the amount I'm going to post?" They're like $500K, 10%, so $50K.
Jesus, bro.
Yeah. So my best friend, her father, lost his dad a couple of years at a young age too. So me losing mine, he kind of took me up under the wing.
Understood.
And that's been pretty much like my father figure, my mother figure in their lives. They've done so much for me, dude. I love them to death. And I called them, and they drove up, dude. He put up his house, a couple cars, and some money, and I got out and paid him the rest, $50K cash up front, just from the bank. And then fucking, so I get out, dude, and Eric White calls me at 8 in the morning, like, just come down to the courthouse real quick. And I'm like, for what? He's like, I know what happened. I was just like trying to play it sick, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because how the fuck do you know already?
Yeah.
And then he's like, so you got to change something. But he's like, we're going to have a hearing today instead of the one scheduled for a month. We're just going to do like an emergency hearing. Whatever.
Just get it done. Yep.
So here I am. I'm like, fuck, dude. I know I'm not going to be coming home. I'm thinking I'm going to prison.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like 4 or 5 felonies in that span of 6 months.
Damn.
All
brother.
possessions and shit, bro.
Yep.
Drug addict shit.
Hey, but that is what recovery court wants. Like they
Yeah.
see that and they're like, we want him. Like,
Dude,
I get that.
It was hard because I fucked up HIDA. So on the other pill case and stuff, I got 7411 paid. And then I had a shroom on the in-between of that. And then, so for the shroom case and the pill case, they ran them together. Or no, I got 7411 for the pill case. The shroom and weed and Xanax, I got drug court with.
Okay.
And then I caught this on the outside. So I rehired Eric White for my attorney on the Mount Pleasant case.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to pay it, I think, like $30K, dude. Because he wanted so much per county. But they weren't even trying to, like, let it run concurrent and whatnot. So, more or less, I got drug court ran concurrent with my 7411 case and that one in Mount Pleasant. So, more or less, dude, here comes drug court, man. I'm like, they didn't really want me. I came in there arrogant. Like, you know, I'm only here because I paid my way to get here, so I'm not going to jail. I got a job, and they're like, you got your own car and house? I'm like, yeah. They're like, well, you kind of, there's certain qualifications you can meet.
Uh-huh.
But more or less, when they interviewed me, they were like, this guy doesn't seem to be like he needs a program.
Okay.
Even though he's out there, he needs help, but like, we don't think he's going to make it through this raw stipulations and shit.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm going to skate through this shit. No fuck ups, watch. Watch this shit. Like, you think you got me? I got you.
Mm-hmm.
So they end up taking me in, dude, and then Mount Pleasant runs their shit concurrent. So then I go to jail that morning when Eric calls me to court.
Yep.
So I had a bunch of real Percocet 30s before the Fetty pills came out. Stuffed in my shop shirt pocket, dude. And I take a handful. And I'm in the grandstand in Wilson's room doing my case on that. And then in BB's, hand shackled, nodding out in the jury stand before they take you downstairs, you know?
Oh, shit.
Because I was like, I'm fucking going, bro. Like, why not? I'm going to go sleep on this concrete. Might as well sleep somewhat good.
Sleep decent.
Yeah, decently.
I get it.
Toilet paper, pillows, and shit. Dude, might as well make the best of it. So then I go from there. I'm in jail for like maybe a month and a half on Chandler.
Okay.
And I'm so in and out from that last case that people are out there. Because they had that prisoner program where they had to go to college out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew everybody in there. So I came down. When I touched down, I had coffee, noodles. You know what I'm saying? The whole night. Everyone showing love and shit. Came in with a nice bit crisp pair of J's. I knew I was going to jail that day. So I laid up on white tees and boxes and socks. So I hit the yard. I was good, dude.
I get it.
And I was there for like a month and a half. And then I went to Harbor Hall.
Dude, honestly, how long it's been since I've been to jail, I would forget to wear white.
Dude,
I'd forget. I'd be mad as fuck.
Not forget, and usually it's unexpected when you go to jail, but if you know you're going, guys, layer up.
Wear whites.
Yeah, wear your whites.
Yeah.
But I go to jail and I go to Harbor Hall, and this is all new to me. I got to do my 90.
Okay.
First time in rehab. I'm going to say I'm 20 at this point. And
okay, so wait, sorry. So month and a half in jail.
Yeah.
And then they take you out of jail, take you to rehab. Was that predetermined? Like,
yeah,
okay,
that
right
was
on.
that standard.
Right
and
on.
Then, my best friend's father is the one who took me up there and shit. And I got a good ear chewing on the whole way up.
Oh, I'm sure. You stupid
like,
fucker.
don't fuck this up because this is it, you dumb motherfucker.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, there's got to be ways I can skate. So when I hit yard that night, dude, there was some dope and some weed floating around. So I'm on the yard like, fuck it, dude. I'm in jail. What do you do? Put me in jail? Put me in the fucking bubble for a couple days? Whatever.
Yeah.
So I get up to Harbor Hall. I pissed 30. They're like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
How did you already manage to piss 30 before you came to rehab? No one's going to hide in jail. They're like, well, all right, man, we're going to test you 2 days out from now.
Yep.
And we'll test you 1 day out and then 2 days out. And if you're still dropping, your levels ain't dropped, you're fucking out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So after that, I was clean.
Good shit.
And then, so I did my 90 days there, dude, and Spirit Dan. I don't know if you ever heard of him from up there. He's like a spiritual director.
So I actually never had to go to Harbor Hall.
Oh, dude, it's amazing.
Dude, so recovery court, because, dude, I don't know why I didn't have to do rehab, but they didn't make me do rehab. So.
Probably because, like, different, like, levels of, like, what they feel, you need.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, IOP, like, I had to do the 9 yards, but they just never did the rehab for it. I had to sit in jail for fucking 6 months.
Oh, yeah, so that's why you didn't probably have to go.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, dude, I pretty much, and then, so I got into Harbor Hall sooner than most guys because I had insurance, but I was like, I'm gonna pay cash. Cash is king. We all know this.
Always.
So I paid, I think it was like 15 or 17,000, dude, to get in. So I didn't have to wait on a bed too long.
Gotcha. So a month and a half in jail instead of the 3 or 4 most people had to do.
Yeah, bro. So I got up there and then I had all that money still. I come with a fucking envelope, dude. Put it in their safe and they're like, what the fuck? I came to rehab, dressed nicely, like 3-4 pairs of J's, dude, a stack of cash, 4 or 5 cartons of cigarettes. and I was smoking Newports at the time, so like I was the dude when I walked in. And then as I'm there longer, spiritual director, me butted heads pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so young, I didn't know that I needed to be humbled in that like aspect.
Oh yeah, I'm king shit walking in there, and they're probably like,
Yeah, because they all know that like nobody drops cash to come here.
Yeah,
it's very rare.
Yep.
And dude, we butted heads a few times, and then the counselor had a big Kevin, dude, rest his soul, he died, and then Dan took over. And I dreaded his lectures already because he used to fuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
What I thought he was fucking with me.
Yeah,
really, he was just humbling.
Trying to help you. Yep.
And dude, he broke me down and made me dig so deep in like our one-on-ones and group and shit to where I came out of there after my 90 days, dude. And fuck, man, I want to say I had like almost 4 years clean time after that.
Nice.
I did my 2 years on drug court, did my year probation afterwards. And then, yeah, dude, I did so good. Completed all my shit, got off my record. I did drug court. I think it was 273 random drug tests. Passed them all. No bullshit. Did all my IOP and stuff. No problems there. I actually started working an actual job instead of like trying to, you know, sell dope on the side and skate by, or just like, I got money, so I don't need to go to do this shit. I was like, maybe if I stick to the program that they want, even though it's fuck the police, you know, and shit, because whatever. And then all that shit ended up panning out.
Good.
So I moved down to Three Rivers after I got off, dude. I was running real estate for a while. During that time, I was on drug court. Things were going great. I had my first daughter, dude. She'll be 8 on the 1st of February.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Awesome.
And then moved down to Three Rivers because I'm like, I get the fuck out of Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I gotta fucking go, dude. Like I just, something about being here makes me like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Not even just like me and who's alive still, but it's just like I've had to bury so many friends. Like my good friend Ken, I don't remember we were on drug court, dude. I met him in jail. We went to rehab together.
Okay.
We were roommates, dude. I stopped him from leaving a couple of times, and then when I got out of drug court, I was working at Victor and Oil Change out in Chelsea. Assistant manager, so I was doing good.
Right on.
I got him a job, dude, and he was like the older brother I never had.
Awesome.
And more or less before I moved to Three Rivers, he started using and went to jail. So I kind of just like, whatever, put some money on his books.
Yep.
And then he gets out, like, what's up, motherfucker? And I'm like, what's up, dude? And he's like, so we have a cookout. My daughter's playing with his son. We're just mingling. His wife's hanging out with my girlfriend at the time. And dude, about a week later, I get a call. She found him face down, purple, with needles on his arm, dead.
Fuck, dude.
And like, that shit fucked me up. So like, I know, you know, I'm talking about like in the recovery community, you meet a good friend, a good solid connection. You lean on each other when times are tough.
Yep.
But like the worst part is, dude, the statistics say that there's like a huge percentage that's not gonna make it.
Yep.
And I tend to cling to those people because I never had a lot of friends growing up and shit like that, and a lot of death in the family. And from him to Coley to a bunch of other people, dude, I've had to carry caskets and shut hearse doors. And I think the worst part about Ken's funeral, dude, was his son was the same age I was when I lost my dad.
Oh God.
So when his wife called me, his dad called her and was like, I want Jordan to close the casket and carry the hearse with his brothers and stuff and his father. And that was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, kind of what I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, no, I get, yeah.
But like, so before they closed the casket, his kids just at the casket screaming, "Dad, wake up!" and shit. So
Fuck.
I know how that kid felt at that time,
Mm-hmm.
and how that kid's gonna go about life the rest of his life.
Yep.
And I see his wife and his son every now and again when I'm in town or when I was living back here. My bad.
No, you're good.
But
you are good.
yeah, dude, it's a lot of heartache sometimes in this shit. And if you want it, you'll get it. And I'm living proof, dude. So after that, man, I stayed down in Three Rivers for a while, and then I fell off the horse.
Yep.
Started drinking, and then started popping pills, and wanted ecstasy. Started doing meth again. Started doing heroin, and then the girls at the time left me, and then I wasn't playing pity me or woe me, but like I had bought a house down there, and the 3 or 4 years I was down there, my daughter, we had bought a puppy. So she grew up with that puppy, you know. And then every morning I'm coming down, there's no dogs, there's no kid, there's no ex-fiance. It's like a living fucking Zoloft commercial, dude. So I fell off even harder.
Fuck, a living Zoloft commercial.
Like the black and white ones, bro. It was
dude,
bad. I wasn't even
it.
watching TV.
Damn.
I lost my job like a few weeks after, dude. I just sat and drank in a quiet, empty house by myself. And my friend that would come by here and there to check up on me and shit, make sure I ate, dude. Because I mean, I withered from like I'm 170 right now.
Yeah.
And I'm healthy, hitting the gym and shit. But I was probably like 180 then. And I went down to 137.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then I started
fucking pounds, dude.
all within like a month or so. I just wasn't eating. I was just drinking and popping pills and doing dope.
Yep.
And then, so being at Three Rivers is like almost like a hub to get to Jackson, Grand Rapids and Lansing for dope and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And what I thought were perk 30s and my no tolerance were actually Fetty pills. So I'm getting blasted while I'm working at Menard shop in the forklift, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm getting by the days, and it's just like whatever. I'm high, like it's shit'll probably eventually pan out. I know what I got to do in order to get clean, but dude, I'm so wrapped up in that fucking cycle that yeah. And then I moved back up here, dude. And at the time, I only had probably maybe 3 overdoses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 22 now.
Okay.
And it was sad to say that my overdoses became so normal that I would wake up on the floor to whoever Narcan me at the trap houses. And then everywhere I OD'd, there's no reason to be safe if people aren't too safe. You would feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, how many shots it take? It'd be like 7 or 9 was my most. And I'd be like, well, that's number 10, number 9, whatever. And like, well, give me 30 minutes of cigarette and give me a fucking some ice and not, give me some food and I'll be back in 30 minutes and one line. So my first OD, bro, you know where Victory Park is in Albion?
Yep.
You know where like the little floor hockey thing is at?
Mm-hmm.
Off the, like, dude, I OD'd out there. And the guy that sold me the dope is the one who saved my life. Like he called the police, went down to the police station, was like, yo, he's out in the ball. And the guy, there was a homeless dude drinking a beer there, wouldn't let me use his phone. So he went on the police station after he called and then sat in the parking lot until they came and watched me sit up and he drove off. Fucking crazy, dude.
Some people still care. I mean, that's wild. That's
He's like, be careful
wild.
with this dope. And I'm like, you ain't telling me shit. I've heard this 1,000 fucking times.
Yeah.
Whatever, watch this.
Yeah.
Here I am waking up to all these paramedics and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? He just died. And I'm like, well, can't do that anymore, guys.
Yeah. And oh boy, hell, that's crazy. To me, that's a God moment, regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a God moment.
And then earlier this year, or not earlier last year in April, dude, I think it was like a week and a half after my birthday, I fucking fell to my worst OD. That was number 17. I went into a coma for 4 days and died 3 times.
I remember seeing that on Facebook, dude. You were looking
rough.
Fuck,
I still get the picture on my phone to look at it
dude.
every now and again, dude. Just like I don't ever feel like using or being like triggered and stuff. There's some like mild cravings, but I'm not Suboxone or anything. So if I'm gonna do it. Not knocking anybody's on subs. If whatever it takes for you to get through, do it.
Definitely.
But I take a look at that every now and again, dude, just to set the reality clock right,
dude.
You know,
I wrote a paper. I wrote a paper, dude. My buddy, the first day I got sober, I was sober before him. Then I fell off the wagon, and then he'd been sober. Now he's been sober 6-7 years. I called him up. Said, "It's my first day sober." He said, "Write down everything you're fucking feeling. Write it down." So I wrote it all down. And dude, I look at it from time to time. It don't even make sense to me now, but I'm like, dude, I must have been in a bad place.
Dude,
like,
I did some shit like that in the fucking 9 other rehabs I've been into. Because I always like played the system and I can get by if I go to rehab and I'll look good and I can still got manipulative thinking and talking.
Yep.
But yeah, I did that one time because I was coming off the meth pretty bad. And I looked back like 30 days later and 60 days and I was like, what in the actual Kentucky Fried Fuck, bro? Like,
what the fuck was going on here? Yeah, what was even up there, dude?
So bad.
Yep.
So from there in 3 Rivers, dude, I kind of got somewhat tightened up. I was still getting high here and there, but it wasn't as often. I had a good job at Thor Motor Coach, dude. I was making good money down there, building RVs and shit.
Right on.
So I moved back up to Jackson, started getting high again, fell into some old connects, and then started doing heroin because I couldn't find the Fetty pills. Blues, as they call them.
Yep. And
then I got clicked up with somebody who had them, and then dude, like I was getting fucking like 4 or 5, sometimes 6 for $10. You can't fucking beat it. It takes half of one to get you fucked up.
Yep.
So from there on out, dude, I catch another case down in 3 Rivers, and I'm going back down there to cop before I came back up. Like I was living up here, but I was going down there to cop because I couldn't find them up here.
Gotcha.
And Heimbach Road, dude, was out in the middle of nowhere. I was taking back road shortcut, and then I don't remember. I remember buying the Xanax and the pills, and I wake up in the county jail down there. Well, I had OD, got out of the car, went to go like throw up on the side of the road, and fell over, and someone called.
And just went out, dude.
2 people called, like this guy hunched over, doesn't like he's breathing, and they had to fucking defibrillate me back to life, bro.
Damn.
And you can hear some shit around you when you're overdosing, depending on how bad it is. I remember just hearing them about to pronounce the time, and I just remember hearing clear, and I was like, came I was like, yo, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And then I don't remember really going to the jail, and then I got out of the jail, and what's worse, I went back and bought 15 more pills.
Yep. Dude,
so
that's the cycle. That is the cycle, literally.
Dude, I was like, now I was trying to be dope sick. I'm like, well, my life's even more of a hot fucking mess. So what's the point right now? And this is like that's my 10th felony. Yep. So then I fucking got caught up after I had my second kid, dude, Isla. She'll be 3 on the 15th this month.
Okay.
So, dude, 4 days after she was born, I went to go to the store. I was all fucked up. Just kind of I'm parking lot drifting and shit. Black pulls me over, and then I got more. So I act like mine. So I got 4 pills in the center console, dude. Pop them bitches real quick, and I'm handcuffed. I'm down in like the little like breezeway thing they pull in the cars, and I'm fucking throwing up, dude, and shit. And I'm sweating, and then they take me down to the river. They do like a month down there. I get out. I'm kind of doing all right. I'm fucking up, and I check myself in again.
Okay.
Play the system.
Yep. Dude, it
was
works.
good, but
It
I
works.
wasn't there for the right reason.
Yep.
You know, like I knew how to get there. It was actually Washington Way right up the road.
Yep.
So running into Susan again, my old therapist. You know, there as many times I'll say this over the camera. As many times as you're gonna go to rehab and fuck up, don't ever be self-conscious or insecure about going back, because no one's gonna be mad that you went back. It's gonna be all open arms and love because you tried and tried again. You got to dust yourself off and give it another run. So don't ever feel afraid to do that. But anyways, get there again, dude. And I'm playing the part. I'm gotten my fucking therapist and, you know, case manager writing referral letters to the court. I go down to the courthouse down there. I'm forging AA meeting sheets on the way down there, bro.
Yeah.
So I go to court with this fucking A1 perfect story, dude.
Okay.
Like, so I was clean for a while. This was just a relapse. I used to live down here. I couldn't, you know, I was going on because I was moving. I went to come down here to get the rest of my shit. Ran into some old people at the store. Got high. You guys saved my life. And I just got rehab. Here's all my meeting sheets. I'm talking a fucking stack, bro. I mean, I'm forging them on the way down there and shit. And I was on Suboxone time, brought my fucking referral from my doctor. Then I'm on subs, got my fucking therapist for like referrals and shit. And then I forgot the judge's name down there, dude, but his sister's a pretty bad alcoholic. Okay. So he was familiar with the program.
Felt a little empathy for you there, yeah.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have at the time, you know, but I got on probation there because they were offering me drug court down there. Well, they have drug court and they have substance abuse court.
Yeah.
Two different things. Mm-hmm. So, and then Swift and Sure, they were offering me too, which is like really high intense. Like,
it's like when they come out and blow you at your house type
dude,
shit.
randomly, and there's like anything you do has to be cleared by your case manager. Like, to go get a bike, to go here, it has to be cleared to the case manager. You're allowed to be a certain place. You have a tether on. It's a lot.
Shit.
So then I got out of there, was doing okay for a while, and then started getting high, dude. And this is my problem with Jackson, because I know every nook, cranny, and corner of this place, and I know a lot of fucking people, dude. And I'm sure a lot of people have seen me fucked up, bad in a bad spot, you know, not doing well, and people have seen me in a good spot like I'm in today, you know. So I go on the run for a minute. Start getting high again. I get caught up, and I'm at the Homely Vision. Shout out to them. They saved my life so many times too, dude. And I've been there so many times, so many fucking times. Actually, I just came from there when you picked me up. I stopped in to see Veronica and talked to him how I'm doing. Nice. They came there like, you look fucking horrible last time, but look at you now, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you know. And then
it works.
It works if you work it. Like, literally, it works if you work it. It
Yeah.
sounds so fucking cliche. Like, the meeting makers make it. All that shit works, dude. And so I go there for a minute, go there, call my PO, and she's like, okay, so we're going to send an officer up to get you. Go down back to their jail. They put me in, it's called Twin County Community Correction Center.
He literally, your buddy Hacksaw literally just
Shout
said
out to Hack,
he literally just said Twin County.
Yeah, shout out to Hack. So I met him there like 2 years ago, dude, and I fucking flourished in that place. So from being institutionalized in and out of jail and rehab and shit at a young age and juvie court and all that psych wards, if I'm in like a program where it's like set routines and I'm on my shit, I fucking thrive. It's annoying as fuck.
This and this. I get it though.
But it's like there's also short-term goals and long-term goals. So there you had your own clothes. You had better beds. You had a fucking pillow. Yeah. You could smoke cigarettes and shit.
Yeah.
You had to do MRT, which I did. I think it was like my 8th time doing it because you got to do probation, a bunch of IOP, and then you can go get a job, dude. So the 4 months I was there, man, I was working 12 days on, 12-hour shifts, 2 days off.
Bathroom overnights. That's what he said.
Yeah, dude, I would come back from work, dude. If I was working like seconds, it'd be like 11 o'clock when I get back, because you could like walk to your job and shit.
Okay.
And you had like, they would give you like, okay, they look on Google Maps. If it was 20 minutes, you had to leave here at 11 o'clock and be there by 11:20, and they would send people to come check on you. I'm unloading trucks on a forklift, and one of my therapists or counselor, whatever the fuck you want to call him down there, pulls up and just staring at me like, come here. I'm like, what's up? I had to do a random job at work one time. Dude.
No shit. Okay.
Just to see if I was actually at my job. Because people will sneak off and
go get high or do whatever.
Go get high or go hang out with some girls, do some dumb shit, go drink down by the park or whatever. And I'd come home from work, dude. And like I said, I was doing so good. Like I was paying for my roommates' haircuts. I was buying like the guys that would come with no clothes, the older guys didn't have shit, cigarettes, and I was doing just what I thought was right, just being a good person. Yeah. And then I would come back to the bathroom, dude. We get haircuts in because you can't be cutting hair and shit. Here's fucking Hack, my boy Kotai. They're playing fucking spades on a trash can upside down on a Monopoly board, just slapping shit. I'm over in the corner getting a fade, talking shit with my boy. And then I left there, dude, and the temptations arose from being in Three Rivers, man. I ran into somebody during Waterfest, which is like our car carnival. Yep. Went and got a fucking dermal piercing, walked out of there, and one of my boys, he threw me 2 pills, dude. after having 4 months clean, thriving at my job, looking great. And I don't even really remember getting back to Jackson, dude. I got so fucking drunk on an 1.5 hour ride from there to here and fucked up on pills that I don't remember even really getting here. And then I lied to my PO, told him I was living here because like at my best friend's parents' house, they let me stay there. And it's like some Cascade area type shit, real nice looking stuff.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm running the streets being a fucking hood rat, you know? So I'm manipulating shit still.
Yeah.
I hit my head. That's my 10th film. I'm hitting my head so many times that I still haven't got it through, but I know what I can swing by the POs down here and whatnot.
Yep.
And like, there's so many POs, not just in drug court, but up on the 5th floor that still know me from like my old shit. So they're just like, "What are you doing back then?"
Yeah.
Like, "You know your PO?" Like, "Oh yeah, we're not playing games this time."
Yeah.
Mr. Scott, I'm like, "Fuck, all right, whatever." But anyways, I come back, dude. I'm it's hard to find a job and all these felonies and shit. And probation wants me to do this and that. And then I was swindling my PO to give me mouse swabs. I was still getting high on meth and pills.
Okay.
So I knew when I was going to report, I didn't have to do any testing until I was going to go report. So I knew 3 days up for a mouse swab. You can pass a mouse swab in a day or so.
Yeah.
So I go in there, pass them, and then it eventually came to the point where I OD'd, and then she had seen me in the hospital because she was there to see her parents or something like that. I want to say. What happened? And I was like,
wait, she happens to run across you in the hospital?
my PO, dude.
Holy shit.
And I got out of an overdose, bro. So I'm looking Narcan the fuck out, sweating and shit, pale as fuck, hot ass mess.
Holy shit.
And then I went on a run, dude, and it caught up with me again. And then January 3rd, which is ironic, it's my clean day.
Okay.
Well, my 90 days was on January 3rd today, or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
But so I got off probation last year on the 3rd, and I just went fucking wild, dude. I ran the same person that tossed me the pills when I got out of jail.
Yep.
I stuck it through for a couple of weeks, made it up here, dude, and
that's when me and you reconnected.
Yeah.
I seen you kind of in your shit, and right
hit
on,
me up
right
here
on.
and there and shit, and I was still being a fucking idiot more or less. But I was bouncing from trap house to trap house. Some people used to use with, "Oh, you're back in town. You know what you think's love? It's really not. You know, you come into a dope house, you might be sick, or you're not high, and your friends will get you high, and everything's good until it's not, and shit. People are stealing, whatever.
Yeah, but friends don't get you high.
No,
friends do not get you high. Period.
Not at all. And like the crazy part is, dude, after the 20 overdoses and the coma and shit, I never shot up. That always scared me. As fucking far out there as I was, I never shot up, dude.
Right on.
Like there's something always telling me in my head, like I wouldn't probably be at this table or having all the good things going on in life if I did. Just because I know everybody I've seen that has not either stopped or like that has stopped is still getting high but in other ways.
Yep.
But like,
yeah, you hit the nail on the head with that one,
dude. It was a lot, and like I've been the only one in the circle. Like, you haven't shot. I'm like, you're trying to get me to shoot. I'm like, no, back the fuck up, bro. I'm good.
Get that motherfucking thing
like,
away from my arm.
Not dude. Something about getting even a TB test or just blood drawn. I do not fuck with.
I get it.
Like, I don't
get it, bro.
Mm-mm.
I get it.
It's crazy, bro. So from there, man, I fucking racked up a bunch of ODs, and then that's the year I went to my coma, and that was number 17. And something about waking up to your family sitting there crying and shit, and I'm just the first thing my dumb ass did when I sat up, and I was like, "I ain't dead yet, motherfuckers." And they're like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
You just came out of a coma. I'm like, and I'm not now.
Mm-hmm.
You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So after that, dude, I was trying to get myself into rehab. I kept dragging my feet, I think it was, and I went to Cedar Roots over the summer.
Mm-hmm.
I was just there to make people happy.
Yeah.
And like that program is not my style of programming, so it didn't really work for me. And I was like, I'm fucking leaving after like 17 days, I think it was.
Real quick, Javon, just keep putting one foot in front of the other, brother. You got it.
Sure, Bob, for sure. So yeah, after I left there, dude, I fucking like talked my way into some random dude about giving me a ride. Well, you know, if you're from Jackson, and I was like, well, I broke my ankle, and told him a lie that my doctor gave me pain pills and I was hooked, and then he thought I might have problems, so he sent me to rehab up here.
Okay.
So I didn't tell him what the fuck was really going on. He came right back to Jackson, dude, and then as soon as I touched foot, that 30-minute drive in, I went fucking wild.
Gotcha.
Went crazy.
Yeah.
And then it came to a point, dude, where I got tired of going to home division every other night just to like, you know,
going to the
drop
or the engagement center,
yeah,
right?
Engagement center. And then like
right.
it was always love there with those people, but they've seen me doing really good and then really bad. The couple of years it's been open, however long it's been.
Mm-hmm.
And it became so normal that I was there, I would call and like kind of like, you know, on my way, and they had my paperwork ready to go.
Gotcha.
But more or less, dude, I went from there, and I finally was like, I think I'm at the end of my rope, dude. Like I don't know how many more ODs I can take, or if it's gonna be the next or the last one, or my fucking heart's gonna blow from all the meth I'm smoking.
Yeah.
So I went to Sacred Heart, And what's weird is like I did 4 in detox, and like, dude, so at Home Division got me holding my handcuffs right after Lansing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting at one of the ride houses, waiting on the Sacred Heart to come pick me up. I shoot across to this insurance company, use the bathroom. I'm smoking heroin and meth in their bathroom before I go. Why? Because why not? You know, I'm strung the fuck out. I still get one last one in.
Yeah.
And then I get there, dude, do 4 days in detox and do 2 weeks there. And what's crazy is that was the shortest program I've ever done. But there's a feeling for those who know it that when you're at a place and you really feel the change, you feel it not just in your heart, mind, and soul, but like you know something's different this time. And I got that in the same, not even 3 weeks I was there.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I went to Pinnacle, where I'm at now, dude. It's a sober living house.
Awesome. Yeah, dude, something clicks, and it just does. I can't explain
weird,
it.
Dude. It's like the
either,
piece of the puzzle you can never finally
find it, and now you're like,
yeah,
there it is.
And I only got that same feeling when I left Harbor Hall. All those other rehabs in between, it's probably because I wasn't doing it just for me, like really being true to myself.
Yep.
But when I was there, I dug some skeletons out of the closet, my therapist. And that's the thing too, guys. Like a lot of the shit we're trying to run from and hide or some skeletons in the closet, you gotta show light to, no matter how fucking hard it is.
Yep.
And I just, it's a lot, dude, sometimes to get out. Like, I didn't want to talk about burying my boy and all my friends and shit, dude. But, like, that's the reality of this shit.
Yeah.
It's nothing, literally what they say, but in the preamble of jails, institutions, and death. Like, where you want to end up in prison for life, dead, or stuck in a fucking psych ward because you lost your marbles and you're ate the fuck up. Just cooked, talking to walls and shit.
Yep.
Like, it's really it. Like, and I'm surprised I've got all my teeth.
Yeah.
And all, like, what's, like, my brain cells, dude.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure there's probably maybe a small bit.
Yeah. Some might be gone, but most of them are there.
Like, I've got my wits about me. I mean, I'm still very intelligent, but like, dude, the emotional regression is probably the only part that I don't really care about because at using a 13, I still got a good sense of humor. I know when to turn on and off. I'm not emotionally immature. I can sit down and have a conversation about some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I can talk about when shit's bothering me because before I ran into either a bottle, even though alcoholism wasn't my thing, but when I was on house arrest, dude, for one of those charges, I just sat inside my house and drank. I was drinking a case of beer, a case of PBR, and almost 2 fists of 100 proof Smirnoff a night.
Yeah.
And then, like, once I quit, I got the shakes and shit. I'm like, yo, it's not really my thing because I burnt myself out on it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy. But shout out to Pinnacle because when I was before I went to the probation center, I went there. I made it like 3 weeks, dude. Because you get there, insurance pays for your month. 3 months up front. You got to go to IOP in order to get your funding consecutively. IOP or CMH.
Okay.
And you got to like have your own food and stuff. They help you get food stamps, take your food banks if you don't have it. Like there's good people around, you know, to help you with the program.
Yeah.
And then I had no money. And I went and got a job. And I'm waiting on my first. Every 2 weeks, I'm like, fuck, I need instant gratification now. Let's go.
Yep.
So I ran into somebody up there that I was in rehab with, and I'm shooting moves down here to middleman some shit to get some money. And then on like the 4th or 5th trip, I relapsed. So when I got to Pinnacle, like I was saying, I was still addicted thinking I'm getting a job, so I have to do less meetings. I have to do less classes. I don't have to do any MRT if I schedule my days to work during MRT hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I fucked myself the first day I got there. And then I was shoot moves to get some money for food. You know, I'm not trying to take video on me for doing. I knew what I was doing. it. And then I relapsed, came back, packed my shit, and left. But when I got there this time, dude, it's a little different now.
I can see a difference just in you. So
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
know?
I get it.
And then my clean date is October 10's October, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
So October 3rd was the last day I used, and I got my 90-day coin today.
Congrats,
Cool.
dude.
Even though it's a couple days later, but my home group wasn't open on Saturday or Sunday. And yeah, dude, just where I'm at in life now, like I've fucked up so many relationships with people that I love and people that I consider my family, like the father, my best friend's parents, dude, and shit, like that. I'm actually getting phone calls from them now just to shoot the shit.
Good.
It's fucking that's the hardest part to get back, guys. But just hold on until you get it because it's so worth it.
Yes,
and
it is.
like not even just that, dude. Like my unofficial PRC, but kind of like a PRC up there. I call it Ray Madrano. Shout out to him. I call him at 5:30, dude. Let's go ahead to meeting.
Yep.
You ready for a meeting? Like, yeah, let's go.
Oh,
I'll be
yeah.
there in 30 minutes. Picks me up, takes me to my home group, Mount Hope's my home group up there. And then, like, dude, just the people you meet there. Like, his dad's a retired police detective.
Okay.
And I never thought I'd be shaking hands with a police detective in an AA meeting, but we all come from all walks of life, not in a sense of just, like, off the streets. Like, you got lawyers, salesmen, attorneys. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Like, Ray started at the homeless shelter up there with a paint roller, a bike, and a can of paint. Now he owns his own paint company.
Awesome.
Has his own place, his own car. His dad and him are tight again, you know.
Awesome.
I'm not gonna say what channel or whatever, but there's a news lady up there that goes there even. So from all walks of life down to somebody who had not the worst upbringing, but not the best in there. Like I said, there's salesmen, there's lawyers, attorneys, plumbers, electricians, dude. And my buddy works in GM. My one old rehab roommate from Washington works at FedEx up there. I see him every morning.
So good job. Shit's
Dude,
going
so
good for
the
him.
foundation you have to stay like whole in this shit because it gets rough sometimes.
Yes, it
matters the most. You know, you can build your house and the framing and everything on top of that later, but if your foundation's fucked, shit's gonna crumble. House of cards.
Every time, yeah.
But I mean, like I said, up there, dude, with Pinnacle and shit, and like my therapist at CMHSE once every couple of weeks or whatever. Shit's just going so well that I got approved for with 10 felonies in my fucking, you know, all my bullshit. I work for a place called Magna. They subcontract for GM.
Okay.
So and then when they go to hire me and my buddy Jerry that works for GM told me to let him know and he can pull the string and get me actually in GM.
Gotcha.
And none of these connections would be happening, nor would this podcast be if I went back out or was still using.
Exactly.
This was supposed to happen on Father's Day this summer.
I know.
But you hit me up like, you don't get high? Because I know you're not. I'm like, how the fuck does he know it?
Yeah.
How the fuck does he know? I'm holed up in a trap on the east side, like not even talking to nobody.
Yeah.
I'm like, good. He knows, dude. And then, you know, none of this shit would happen if I was still on that road and I changed gears and changed lanes, dude. And, you know, I'm going from here to see some family. I stopped at Home Vision and I wasn't checking myself in for once.
Yeah.
You know,
going there just to say hi. Yeah.
You know, not all withered away, malnourished, a backpack on with what couple clothes I had and shit, you know.
Yep.
I mean, dude, I've lost a lot of the trust money. I've got some stuff to put up in stocks when I'm 40 and whatnot. I probably crashed and wrecked so many cars. I want to say I've had like 14 cars. And a lot of them went head on with trees and rolled over in ditches and shit. Yeah. And then I bought and paid for, I think, 4 or 5 houses. I already no mortgage or nothing. And, you know, being the prideful little fuck that I was and not humble, dude, I've lost all that. But, like, I have the resources today to go apply for not just an SBA loan, but where to restart my business at, the right people to get in business with again. I got my resources, networking, all back. So, you know, at this moment, like everything's going good. I just have yet to rebuild my credit, which isn't that far off from being in like 630 something. It's not there right now, but it's like 570 something. So it's not too far off, which I don't know how the fuck I got there because I wasn't doing shit. You know?
Yeah.
So like,
that's
gotta get my license back and get a car, and then I'm filing for an extension on the 1st of February through the opiate grant and Pinnacle, so I get another 3 months up front.
Awesome.
So, dude, it's just really, I'm at the point now where I'm so locked the fuck in to where I don't think there's anything that's gonna stop me or will stop me that can happen to stop me on this fucking path that I'm on now. And like, I've always had thoughts of being a PRC or maybe a sponsor of sorts, but like, what really deters me from that is making that connection with friends again, or having like not just a good client you're cool with, but like have that connection. And then let's say that person goes out, drinks and drives and dies and relapses and dies. And I don't want to go through that anymore, dude. Fucking have the breakup right now. It's just, I just don't want to do that anymore, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like I probably got 2 friends. Let's say if I had like a circle of 10 people that was tight in a circle, there's only 2 that are still alive.
Well, yeah.
You know, maybe 3.
Yep.
And they're not using anymore. They're doing good. They got their shit on track. They check up on me here and there.
Good shit.
But dude, it's just it can go so wrong so fast, but it can go so right in a slow manner.
Yeah.
But when I got the Pinnacle this time, dude, I didn't rush it. I had a job offer at another automotive company. They turned me down to my background after I already did my forklift service for them and did my tax work and all that shit. And they're like, yeah, in hindsight, no.
They're like, yeah, maybe not. Yeah.
And I could have been sore ass about it and when got high, like, fuck this shit, nothing's working. And I just kind of was like, okay, in due time. Yeah. In due time, it'll happen. And then I got the job offer from Magna this morning. I start orientation tomorrow. 4 certs after that. I start that night. And then like for my program, like what I do, because everybody's program is different, you know, whether it be you're on MAT or strictly AA, NA or SMART or Al-Anon, whatever it is, whatever the fuck works for you guys, do it and do it to the fullest extent and indulge yourself till you can't anymore, more or less. But I have Ray Madrano I call. I hit my Mount Hope morning meeting. And I mean, dude, I love it there. Everyone's happy. There's a couple of days where I got appointments where I can't make it in the morning, and they're calling me while I'm in. Where you at? We didn't see this morning. Yeah. Like I don't think anything happened to you, but like, where you at? You know, I brought you a coffee, and I'm like, fuck, my bad, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
And then you got other people from the other sober living houses that go there. But yeah, dude. So I go to that one. It's like an AA. It's an AA group, but like they're not the hard big book types that were like, you can't talk about drugs. And if you introduce yourself as like, my name's Jordan, I'm an addict, they don't give you the sideways looks. Like they're just fucking happy you made it there that morning, and you have another 24 hours in your belt onto the next 24.
Exactly.
And then, dude, they always say you got to find yourself again in recovery.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since I've been in the gym, dude, I'm going to the gym 6-7 days a week now.
Awesome.
I'm doing about an hour or two in there, dude, like half hour, 45 minutes in a sauna every day.
Mm-hmm. So
like that's good. I'm on such a fucking huge vitamin right now, dude.
awesome.
Huge. I probably take like 17 a day, 70 different ones and shit.
Okay.
So I don't like, I'm really big on my diet. Like I'm on a water fast today. You see me come in.
I see that with a whole ass gallon. Yeah, damn. And you filled it up
with electrolytes in it.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
So like I'm just really eating healthy. I'm giving back to my body for what I probably damaged it for.
Awesome.
And surprisingly, dude, I got my blood work done, and like no organ failure. Everything's good. No high cholesterol. No high blood pressure. I'm not fucking hurting for any organs. I did find out I got scoliosis and then mild osteoarthritis in my right hip. Like that's genetics. Yep. So I would probably be 6 foot if I didn't have it. But awesome, like, dude, it's life's so good now, and it's crazy. I got these relationships, like I said, I fucked up, and I thought I burnt that bridge down at the last ash to where some people that I want in my life more are taking a slower step, but they've been around longer and seen me, you know, come back and do good and then fuck it off.
All up. Yep.
So they're moving slow, but like just even the text that I can get back maybe once a week, it means more to me than not answering the phone. And like I said, I'm going from here to go see my parents pretty much.
Awesome.
And what's my big sister in a sense. And like I said, they just call me the bullshit, dude.
Cool.
And I got like their nephew works up in Lansing. He's a manager at Wendy's, I think. And then I stop in there, I see him, he makes sure I'm good. I need rides here and there, you know. And it's just it's like that meme with the dog and he's sitting in the house on fire.
Yeah.
Like it's just fine. Like that's active addiction. And the opposite ones are where he's sitting outside in the sun. He's like, this is not. That's addiction to a tea guy.
Yes, it is.
And it's fucking crazy because I've got everything that I need in life right now. And I feel like if there's no chaos for what I'm used to from other years, I started using at 13, dude. I'll be 30 in April, on the 29th. So, like, it's like, 17, almost 18 years. I'm just getting high and fucking up and shit. Yep. That, like, I find peace in the boringness now. I find it normal for me to wake up and have coffee with the old timers at the house and watch the news and smoke the occasional cigarette with them and ask them how their blood pressure is and shit. You check your A1C, UNP, like, how you doing, dude? Yeah. Or just taking them out to eat and shit. It's just nice. Like, I don't have to thrive in the chaos of insanity anymore. And, like, I feel like the only time that things do get insane is, like, when I'm trying to put up a new PR on the bench or whatever it is. Or if I can go from 45 minutes to an hour in a sauna.
Gotcha.
In all reality, I could probably die in there. But, like, in that sense, I can walk out of that sauna door and sit down and relax. Yeah. In drug addiction, dude, you can just up and stop, but you're going to go through hell for 3-4 days. I got 30 seconds of repair time to where I'm good now. Yep. You know, I don't feel like shit when I leave the gym. I'm probably sore, but I'd rather wake up sore from working out than waking up sore from eating dopes or from opiates.
Exactly.
And, like, every morning I wake up, I am kind of sore, but I'm like, not on dope. This isn't sore for me and dope sick. I'm not waking up sweaty, wanting to puke and shit. Yeah. So, awesome. Yeah, dude, 90 fucking, what's the date today?
The 5th.
Yeah, 92 days today. Awesome. So like I said, I've done this before. I've had some lot of time. So, and then just being in another program a lot, never giving up, dude. And then now it makes things a lot easier because I know what to stay away from tenfold or like what temptation's really going to give me that you wouldn't expect, you know? So yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know much more to say.
Awesome. No, dude, this is perfect. I have one wrap-up question, and then we'll cut to the outro.
Shoot.
What is your definition of success?
Fuck. I would say success is everything you've ever wanted and then some that you struggled so hard for. And then once you reach that peak of the mountain, there's another fucking peak behind it. If you can look back on where you came from and see where you're at today, whether it be minute or fucking astronomically from what it is, you know, yep. I feel like that's success to me. Having the things you never had, like, you know, I'm working on getting back in my daughter's lives and just being the dad I never had. I consider that for me success, you know? Yep. And that's all I really want in life, but I couldn't do that if I was strung the fuck out. So I feel like for me, that's success, you know, not doing the things I was doing to be where I want to be.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut to the outro. We'll say bye, guys. Will you sign our table after I cut this off?
Most definitely,
Fuck
bro.
yes, dude. Fuck yes.